Well, morning folks. It's 9 o'clock-ish in the morning. And what does the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. When I did the video for summer fruit tiramisu, I was itching for the summer to come out, but it didn't happen, did it really? I had snow on Monday, and I'm going, oh man, what have I done? But hey, we got through it. Sun's shining today. It's a beautiful day out there. Busy day today. So let's have a go, shall we? This is a good one today. Hold on, let me turn my volume down on my iPad. I've got to put it in front of me because I always look left to right, and we don't need that, do we? If I had my way, I'd have my iPad here, so you wouldn't see me kind of looking at it. So when people go, help me. Right. I didn't put a recipe out for Genoese sponge, and I had trouble finding sponge fingers as well, but I found them in the end. But Genoese sponge is ready. I'm going to make it anyway, so you can see it being made. So I don't think you see that very often. All right. It's a very simple recipe. I used to make this a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. In the first restaurant I worked in, and we used to make it with about 30 eggs. So that's about, I don't know, 9 times this recipe. So it was quite a lot of eggs. And we used to make it in a big mixer. We didn't used to do it over heat as well. So this recipe is done over heat. So I'm going to show you in a second. You can see the steam bellowing up, but I'm going to move the camera down in a minute once I've shown you the recipe. So today, strawberry jam. I think I've got one open. Hold on a second. Let me just find the stuff. I've got loads of stuff in this fridge. This is the only problem with the camera being where it is, because that's what I was looking for. Lovely, that'll do. Raspberry conserve, that'll do. So we've got that. Right. So we're making summer tiramisu. It's an easy recipe this really. So first of all, I'll show you the recipe. There's the Genoese sponge. So I've got some melted butter in the microwave. Alright, I'll bring that forward so you can actually see it. So you've got melted butter, 175 grams of flour, 175 grams of caster sugar, and 4 eggs. Hold on a minute. I think I've got that wrong. It's 125 grams of plain flour and 125 grams of caster sugar. Okay, because I'm doing half the recipe. Just ignore me. It's 125 grams of each: plain flour, caster sugar, 4 eggs, and 25 grams of butter. Okay, I'll change that in the comments. All right, so apologies for that. That's a typo. 125 grams, not 100. Let me change it. Oh my God! Good start, folks. Good start. Let's do it. There you go. The power of the Sharpie. There you go. Changed it. 125 grams. So there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put sugar and the eggs over hot water, just below simmering, and I'm going to whisk it. Then we're going to add plain flour and finish it with butter. Right, the main tiramisu, raspberry jam. So I've got a raspberry conserve, that'll do. Mascarpone, double cream, caster sugar, vanilla, sponge fingers, but I'm going to use, I might try and use this Genoese sponge, fresh raspberries, and 2 pallets of fresh raspberries, and a bag of frozen raspberries, okay? That's all you need. But I'm going to show you what I've got. So I've got a nice punnet of strawberries and some raspberries, and I've got a bag of these I've left out a little bit just to kind of defrost. So it's just like 350 gram bag of frozen raspberries, that'll do it. So let's go. Let's get this road on the show. I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see my gubbins and see what I'm doing. I'm going to make the sponge first, just show you how easy it is to make if you can't get sponge fingers. Alright? It's pretty straightforward. Let me bring the camera down for you. So you can see what's going on. There you go. That'll do you. Beautiful. There you go. You see exactly what's going on. I'll turn it slightly this way. Should be the way. Oh, that was close. That's it. Right. This is our bowl that we're going to put this in. So I'm going to bring this in a little bit. So that's your water. So I've got about an inch of water there. Just so you can hear. Haircut though? Yes, I've had a COVID cut. Right, let's go. So 125 grams of caster sugar for the Genuine sponge. If you haven't got it, just watch this. I'm just going to show you how to make this. So 125 grams. I've got golden caster. Don't matter. That's 130, Dave. Don't need that much. Let's get a tickle out. Yeah, 125 on the nose. In. That's it. Then 4 whole eggs. I've got these nice eggs, medium eggs allegedly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, done. Get rid of the eggs, don't need them anymore. Turn the oven on, not very high, about 165, 70, something like that. Okay, I'm not going to measure the, let's get rid of the sugar first. Don't need that for a minute. Glug of tea, need that a lot. And then a dash of vanilla. So I've got some vanilla extract, just a little bit of vanilla. That's it. Oh, a little bit more, come on, it's nearly Christmas. Right, that's that. Get a whisk. Move up to one side, whisk it up. Get it all dissolved, alright? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Right. Get it going. Give it a good old whisk up, alright? Then what you're going to do, you've got it on the heat, whisk it up. Just do that while you're doing something else. Like that. Just keep on whisking it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to measure out the flour. The reason for doing this is you're just going to try and create some volume, alright? And then all we're going to do, once we've got the air in it and it cooks it out a little bit, you're dissolving the sugar, cooking the eggs slightly, and basically when we have the flour, I'm going to fold in the flour. So hold on. Let's 125 grams of flour. Got to be careful here because I'm not whisking. There's every chance I'll cook the eggs, but you know. I do. Give that a whisk. Right, now we can focus. Leave that to one side. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay? Let's bring this dead centre. Whisk it up. Make sure you've got some heat and go. Right. If you've got an electric whisker, like I haven't, go for it. But you don't need it, just give it a good whisk. Like that, give it some air, and just keep them going. It's what we call entertainment, folks. Now what we're going to do is, once this is in the oven, because this tiramisu won't take very long, we're going to, I've got my fruit liqueur, and I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Let me just get a tea towel or something because I'm getting covered in muck. Right. I'm angling it a little bit. That's it. We've got to get it to a ribbon stage. while I'm doing this, if you're going to make it with me, measure your ingredients. You might need some icing sugar and you might need some extra sugar, okay? I'll tell you why in a minute. Try and keep it in a bowl, Dave. So you're creating the air here. I'll turn it on yet. So I've had my COVID cut, which has been lovely. Sun's out, so all the beer gardens are fully booked, which is a shame. But I might have a walk along the Thames today. It's a nice day for a walk on the Thames. Notice the air's going in. Getting the air in, nice bubbles. Should have bought an electric whisker in. But hey, there you go, the air's coming in. Nicely heated. Let's go. Good for the muscles, this is. Morning, Michelle. Glad you can make it. Nice to see you. Or see your name come up anyway. And it's going to go in, look at the volume, look, it's starting to get bigger and bigger. Beautiful. Doesn't take very long, about 5 minutes. The volume starts to get bigger, the mix starts to get thicker. You see it getting thicker now. Just be careful it doesn't boil. And then there we go. I might even change the bowl in a minute because I think it's going to be too small. And this is the volume, you see, it's great, isn't it? Look at that, look. And the reason why it's this colour and not so pale as normal is because they're nice eggs. You don't want to get to ribbon stage, you don't want to cook it, you just want to create volume, which is what we're doing. Change hands. Used to do this when I was an apprentice. Give that right arm a break. So he's starting to thicken up even more now. Beautiful, here we go. Starts to come together. Look at that, starts to, you can see it start to thicken up. It doesn't take long. 5-10 minutes, something like that. Starts to develop, create air. So when you bake it, it's going to create a little bit of, it's like a pillow. When you make it in the other method, with the equal ingredients, our classic Vicky sponge, it's a lot denser. And it's only light because of the odd bit of milk you put in, or little techniques. If you've made it with pure butter and an all-in-one method without any tricks, it ends up becoming quite a dense sponge. We don't really want that. Well, look at that, look at the volume. Look, building up, getting bigger and bigger. Lovely, look. Just constant whisking will do it. The machine does it, but this does, look, as long as you're patient and a bit of calm, just, you don't have to go too mad, just keep on moving it. Look, I'm not whisking it like that, I'm just turning it over like that. And it does the trick. Stop for a minute, grab a drink. I've got a berry energy drink today, which is nice. There you go. Oh, boily, don't want boily. Down to 0. Don't cook it. So if you ever see it go up to the boil, bring it down to a simmer. You just want to get a gentle heat. Nearly done. The rest of this is really easy. Look at that, look how much volume you're getting on it. Lovely. Right, nearly there. Create a bit of volume, dissolve the sugar, which is what you're looking for, to create a smooth mixture. Lovely. Alright. Nice ribbon stage you're looking for. It's getting there, nearly there, not far away. Then what you're going to do is, you've got nice bubbles there, create a bit of air. Not far away, not far away, come on. I'm talking to the food now, that's madness, not talking to you guys. Right, so that's not far away, let's get that off a second. So it's got a bit pale, it's got a nice little ribbon to it, that's what you're looking for. What you do is see where the drop is, when you see it go on there, if you can see it from there, see it's got like a little raised element there? When it's raised slightly, you're good. Because what's going to happen is if that happens, then when it bakes in the oven it sets. I'm going to take the hot water away, don't need that anymore. So the water just dissolves that sugar, lightly cooks a little bit of the egg, but not too much, just not enough heat. And then there you go, look, see it just, you can see an imprint, you can see it. That's what you're looking for, shush. That's it. Right, that's that. Right. I'm going to go with that. Look, just enough. You don't want to knock the air out of it, that's all. Right, now, you have that mix like that. Just enough ribbon there. Perfect. Take away the whisk. And then, we're going to get the flour and sieve it in. Alright? The trick is, do it in one hit. Like that. And then what you want to do is, once the flour goes in, so this is 125 grams of flour, straight in. But look what happens, it starts to go onto the deck underneath. So what you got to do is fold it in. Fold it, keep folding, 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 keep folding, folding. Well, who's saying that? Rolling. Who was that? Limp Biscuit. Right, and then fold in that flour. Just keep on folding it in. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. You got a nice light sponge. Look at the air coming out of it now. Look, because you put the flour in. And that is your sponge mix. A posh one, this is. Now, once you've got that there, I've got some melted butter, which will do the trick. And as I stir it, you can see the air bubbles coming up all the time. It's beautiful. It's going to go for it. Now I'm going to give it one little whisk, just to get rid of the lumps. The trick here is to make sure you get right down to the bottom. Right. There you go, that's that done. Then I've got some melted butter, and I'm going to just whisk 125 grams of melted butter in. That's perfect. And just give it a nice whisk. That's it. Done. All good. So there you go. Bubbles are going crazy. All happy. That's good. Right. Now, move that out of the way for a second. Your tray. Really easy. So literally, butter all the way along the bottom like that. This is a rich sponge. It's going to be beautiful. It's not going to take long to cook either. Alright? Like that. I'm doing a shallow tray because I only want layers, you see. If you do it too thick, you're going to be there cutting away like a good one. You don't want it. I want it about, see how deep that tray is? I want it that deep. Not that deep. Right, butter, in it goes, like that. Done. So there's your lined tray. Easy. Let's move all this out of the way for a second. Okay, and then what you're going to do, it won't take long to cook either because it's so small. It's going to take 5-10 minutes, not even that. Look, there you go. Butter it, so it comes out straight away. Now this is kind of how you would make a Swiss roll, you know? And I'm going to show you how to level it off as well. Alright, so there you go, there's that. Right, all lines ready to go. That will come out now, nice and easy once it's cooled down. Right, let me wash my hands. Right. I've got a clean whisk. Right, I've got my spoon. Where's my spoon gone? Talk amongst yourselves while I clean my apparatus. Right, there you go. All good. Right, beautiful. I think this camera angle, is everybody happy with this camera angle? I think it works. I like it. I'm happy with it. See what I'm doing now. Okay, so I've got the mix, and literally we're going to spoon it in. That might be enough. In it goes. Just move it around. Oh, let's put it all in. Don't hurt, does it? Might rise up a little bit, but it won't rise too much, which is what you want. All right. There you go. Then what you do? I've got my oven at about 160, 170, and literally spreading it out right into the corners of the tray. Okay. You want it all in the corners as much as you can, and then do that. Just gently knock it into flat. Alright? So you get a nice flat sponge. Straight in the oven. 10 minutes. Right, while that's going on, let's get our roasting tray. Let's make our lovely tiramisu. Okay, so first things first, we need to make a mix for our sponge to kind of wet it, to give it that colour, alright? So first things first, frozen raspberries. Now, if you've got 125 grams, doesn't matter, you've got to create some colour, alright? I'm throwing the whole lot in. Because what we don't eat here, me and Cheryl will have in a granola. Which is all good. In this is frozen, so you don't have to do much with this. All you're going to do is, when it reduces, it'll create a nice colour anyway. But you need to add a bit of sweetness. So I've got a little bit of icing sugar. A little bit of icing sugar. Probably a spoon. Teaspoon or tablespoon. Don't want it to be too sweet. That'll do. Just want to take that tartness off the raspberries. Okay, that's that. And you want to cross this down a little bit. So just basically, while it's heating up, just give it a press, because this will go into nothing. Frozen raspberries are no good for anything else other than a puree. That's why when I serve customers in for Tesco's, they a lot of people that are having smoothies are buying. Yes, we can. So, Becca, if you've got fresh raspberries, hold one punnet back and the other punnet, or strawberries, or whatever summer berries you've got, put that in the pot and literally stir it with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of water to create colour. That's all you're trying to do here, alright? But hold some raspberries back to go through your sponge, to go through the tiramisu, so it's got some substance, alright? So all I would do with the raspberries, I'd probably is just get a little bit of sugar, a little bit of water first in the pot, bring it up to the boil, then turn it off, add the raspberries and leave it. That's it. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to, it doesn't matter really, you make the coulis. So let me start again. Put the berries in the saucepan, add a little bit of sugar, a dash of water, and then just heat them through and do what I'm doing here. Just replicate it. That's all I would do. But keep some back, because you need some to go through the tiramisu. Right, I've got some liqueur here. Add the liqueur, do the same as me, Becca. I don't know how much I'm going to put in, let's put a double in, because it is nearly summer. So, got my doohickey here. I don't know what it smells fruity. But if you've got, oh my god, that goes in there. That's it, done. So, bit of plonk. Normally what you would do is if this was a normal tiramisu, it would be coffee with a coffee liqueur, like you can put Baileys through it, or you can put like a masala, something like that. That's what it's traditionally. It's like a little, like a strong sherry, really. Right, there you go. Doesn't need much more than that. Just bring it up, and that's your fruit ready. All right. Bring it up. Make sure it's all like a nice liquid like that. What I would do with yours, Becca, as you've got the fresh fruit, just let it calm, bubble up with some bit of water, a bit of sugar, and just bubble up. Add some plonk to it, and then make sure you've got some. You just need enough liquid to be able to permeate the sponge. That's all. So you've got like a coulis like that. I mean, obviously, Cheryl and I can't use this in the granola now because it's got alcohol in it, but we can use it for ice creams or stuff like that. I've got fresh fruit for that anyway. Alright, let's give it a try. When you use icing sugar, needs a bit more icing sugar. Just to bring it up. A little bit more. Just tickle. I'll put about a good tablespoon in there, really. And whatever this is, I need a little bit more. Alright? That's it. So you've got a nice liquid. Okay? That's it. Done. Doesn't matter about the bits in it, it's not important. If you've got a family that doesn't like the bits, then what you do is you can run it through a sieve and pass it and just get rid of all the impurities, if that's what you want. I mean it's not a bad shout. I mean let's do it anyway so people can see what we're doing. Bring it up. This isn't going to take long now because all we've got to do is the cream. Once the sponge is out, then we're going to layer it up. Done. Job's a good one. I'm going to make one a bit like that, I think. I want to make, I'm not sure what size I'm going to make. Oh, is it boiling? Excellent. That's where all the coulis goes everywhere. Can you feel right, that's the last of the stove that we need. Every time I do stuff like this, I always use the wrong sized. Baby, when I'm near you. Right, there we go. Pour that into the sieve. So literally, break it down, get it all out like that, and just push it through. Really, you'll get the fruit through. If you don't fruit through, as long as you push it like that, and it'll go through. It'll be fine. What you don't want is just a liquid. You want a nice coulis. All right. If you've got fresh raspberries and you want to use all of them, go for it. Get it all in there, don't matter. It'll all be good. Actually, it's a nicer dish when you pass it anyway. But just make sure you get all that pulp through, because that's going to thicken it up. So it's a nice, it's not just a wet red liquid. You want to keep the flavour. The frozen raspberries, you don't have to use them. If you've got fresh, it's fine. It's just that I had frozen raspberries in the freezer and I thought if other people had picked raspberries over last summer and they need to use them up, go for it. Bring it home in. Look at that. You'll know when you've passed it all through because this will all dry up on the top in the sieve. It starts to get a lot thicker and you're left with just the pips basically. But just pursue it a little bit. Don't just think, oh, it's all gone through and then get rid of it, because all of that is there's still loads of raspberries there. Just keep on pushing it through like that. Back of the spoon, look. And it will start to, just shows you how many pips are in there really. Like that. And then you've got loads of pulp there going through. And then you just go like that. All the nice stuff. Nice, look at that. Nice colour. Then bring it through. Bring the rest through and that's your lot. Alright? Love it. Sponge is happy. Just remember, it's not going to rise that much, the sponge, because you're literally baking it quite flat. That's a good thing, because that's what you want, a nice layer of sponge. Because that's all you're going to do with the sponge fingers. Bring it through like that. Just all a bit of patience, you know. People are in such a rush these days. It's a shame. Don't get a good finish then. All we've got to do is just push it through. Look, easy. A sieve and a spoon. And look, I'm really making sure it all goes through. That's it. Then scrape all the puree off there. You got, oh, look at that, it's like nectar. Look at that. Beautiful. Loads. Right, now let's make this cream up. This is easy peasy. Shush. Oh, that's my sponge. I'm saying shush. Yeah. I'm going to give it 1 more minute. Just give me a shout after a minute, folks, please, so I know you're watching. 1 minute. Time 1 minute for me. I just want to give that sponge 1 more minute. I haven't got time to look. Right. Lose that. That's gone. So all the pulp's out. Job's a good one. Move that to one side now. Let's tidy up our bits and pieces. Don't need that anymore. Right. Beautiful. Looking mildly tidy, which is good. Right, now we've got a bowl. Wipe that out because it's been affected by loads of stuff. Right, cream. Get some cream. You need 220 mils. Well, this is 150. Got to use this one up. This is 18th. Well, when's that? That's tomorrow. Alright, so we'll use that to serve it with. This is 600 grams, so we need about a third of this. 1 minute, thank you. So, that should do it. Bit more for luck. Okay, so about 120 mils of cream. I didn't measure it, so sue me. It's all good. Sponge comes out the oven. That's your sponge. Let's show you that. Yeah, there you go, done. And then what you do is you get a wire rack like that, and then you just literally, boom. There's your sponge made. All right, nice and thin. Job's a good one. Leave that there to smell the kitchen out beautifully. Lovely job. Right. So leave that there to cool down, and then you get your cream. Let's get the whisk going again. Whisk it up. You need about a tablespoon of sugar in there just to get going. So caster sugar I've got here, it's 55 grams. So probably 2 tablespoons to do it, all right? 1, 2, a little bit for luck, that do. Remember, you don't want it to be too sweet, all right? Glug of tea. Whisk up. You want it ribbon stage, you don't want it too thick. So literally, and then you get your mascarpone ready. Alright? This is going to create the contrast that you need for the dish to be funky. Bit of vanilla, where's my vanilla gone? There you are. And a bit of vanilla as well. A tickle. That do you? Alright? That's that done. Right. So look how easy that is. In half an hour, we're going to get this made by 10, you watch. If the front door goes, don't worry about it. Okay, whisk, whisk, whisk. That's it. Turn that one off, that'll be helpful because you don't want to. Sun's out, gin and tonic's out, boom. Right. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Starts to thicken up slightly. Not too much. There you go. Just like that, look. Ribbon stage, again, a bit like the sponge. That's it. Let me just find a container to put this in. Perfect, I think that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Baby. I've got a container that I want to use. Don't have to be too big. So, line this with a bit of grease proof just so we can lift it out when it's set. Okay, whisk, ribbon stage, like that. See, not too much. What you don't want to do is over whisk it, and then what will end up happening is that it just won't mix up very well. Hello, Martin Jarvis, how you doing? You're a newbie. You okay? Glad you could join us. Share it, let people know about this, it's all good. Right, 2 tubs of mascarpone. Okay, there's your mascarpone right there. Right, the trick with this is because you've done it in ribbon stage, you can whisk it in because it doesn't mix very well against the cream. And the whole point of mascarpone is to have like the richness of this cream cheese, which is the best of the cream cheese. It's naughty as hell, isn't it? And then the sweetness of the raspberries, so you get a bit of yin to the yang. That's really important here. If you do it like coffee and this cream, this has got to be quite plain, but it's what you put the sponge in that works. Right, now with your whisk, break up that mascarpone. Okay, like that, stab it. This will help it. Oh, hello Martin, Michelle's cousin. Right, and then just slowly turn it. You don't want to over whisk it. See, I'm just being nice and gentle with it. Kind of do that, and then whisk it in. Like that. That's all good already. Look, beautiful. All right. Lovely. That's good. Right. Now, we're nearly there, folks. Look at that. Told you by 10 o'clock we'll have it made. Right, get off the whisk. Lovely. See how important it is not to over whisk the cream, or you end up getting over whipped cream. Right, now this is where the setup goes. Get rid of the plain flour, don't need that anymore. Now, if you're using the sponge fingers, all I would suggest you do is let me move that across like that. This is what I'm putting, this is my tiramisu receptacle, right? My cream's there, you can see that. Got my jam. Now all you're going to do with the jam, what's Bob Marley's favourite donut? We're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, I want you me jamming with you. That's all I've got, folks. Right, so I've got one, just so you can see everything. Let's move this out of the way, don't need that in a moment. Let's move the stove out of the way, and then move that there. So we've got everything at arm's length. Right, so if you're using the sponge fingers, right, which I've got, you dip each sponge finger in the liquid and line it up, okay? You should get, I've got a container which is probably 5 by 9, either side, something like that. And you want to do 2 layers, okay? But I'm going to use this nice sponge here. I might use a combination actually, because I might not have made too much. But this will be, we'll work it out. So get a knife, cut it in half. Lovely, look, nice light sponge, easy peasy. Right, so here we go. I might even see if I've got a smaller one. That might do it. Yeah, a bit. But I mean, if you've got the fingers, you'd probably make a bigger doohickey, a bigger tiramisu. But let me just get rid of that. I wonder why it was so hot in here. I haven't got any windows open. Right, I've lined the tray. Open a window because it's getting hot. Oh, the other thing you need is some fresh raspberries. Don't bother washing them, that's just ridiculous. Not important. I won't wash them. Absolute waste of time. Okay. First things first, what you do, grab the sponge, sit it in the bottom of your tray. So just 2 levels, that's all you need, alright? Like that. So as you can see, I've got it lined in there. That would be alright, because what's going to happen is when you pour this on it, it will blow up. So I've got my nice Cookery, put it in, like that, beautiful. Get it in there. Nicely over the top. Be generous. You can serve this with it as well if you want. Alright? Look at that. Nice bit of colour. Fill in the gaps with the Cookery, it's fine. It doesn't really need it all out across the bottom. But look at that. Now, obviously, fingers. Dip it in. Dip in the finger, like that. Look at the colour, and it will permeate and then sit it in like that. That's all you've got to do, right? Lovely. Lovely. Wow. Nice. Okay. This one, do the same. Notice, this is what's going to, the top won't get the holes in, this one, the bottom will, okay? Now what you're going to do, one thing I forgot, if you've got a piping bag, it's a bit easier. Hello Nick, glad you can make it, you alright? Right. Bit of the cream cheese now. Right, I only need a small layer here. I'll show you why in a minute. Then we need the rest of the top. Right now, if we just kind of, yeah, just run it backwards and forwards here like that. So you get a nice layer, and then we're going to put the sponge on top and it will spread it, okay? You could even make a Pim's one. There you go. Fill in the gaps, that's it. That's all you need to do for a minute. Then all you do is with the back of a knife or a spoon, warm it up slightly with a bit of hot water, and just bring it back like that. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Just fill in that gaps if you want. Right, that's that done. Right, now, raspberries. Get the raspberries, split them. Start putting them through like that. Don't go too mad. Break them in half, it doesn't matter how they're done. I want to create some substance. Bit of texture, look. Alright. Okay. That's it. Not too many raspberries because you need them for the top. Every time I think about it. Oh God, that song's in my head. Right. That's beautiful. Look at that. Boom. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Taste of the summer. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of raspberry on in because you need that to go the other way. Okay, it's alright. And the other thing you need to do, if you want to at this point, don't have to if you don't want to, a bit of raspberry jam. Just give it a bit more raspberryness. Just to soak in really, and this is a bit of glue. You won't really need it that much. I don't even know I'll put it in the recipe, but it's all good clean fun, isn't it? It was a good idea at the time. Stick it in there like that. I'm hilarious, so. Right, then what you do, get that to one side, bring that round, and then we get this and put it on top. And just give it a good squeeze. Push it down. Right? That's that. Tidy it up afterwards. Bring these in if you haven't got a big enough container. It's alright. Now, then what we're going to do, rest of the coulis, put it over the top of the sponge, same as before, repeat the process. But this is where we cover this with the rest. And we make it into one big tiramisu. Pour it on, and then we're going to decorate it. Then what you do is when it sets, you put it in the fridge, let it set for a couple of hours. Tonight it'll be perfect. Alright? Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it out of the fridge and trim it up so it looks incredible. Take all the bits on the outside off. If you've got the sponge fingers, good as gold. Just off you go. There you go. Right, so there's your raspberries. All on top. Yeah, there you go. Right, now this is the final part. So what we've got to do, we'll fill all that gap with cream, fill it all up and flatten it out. Alright, that's it. Alright, so let's get rid of these raspberries. Let's get a quick tidy down. And then finish this bad boy up. Right, I'm going to continue using the piping bag, because it gives you a bit of control. So you've got a nice bit of this cream. Sorry, but at least you've got jam for toast at breakfast. But you can put it on there, it's nice. Just adds a bit of stickiness. Love you, Becca. Thank you. Typical Dave and his right. The last bit of cream, this goes over the top. So put it in the, I'm putting mine in the gaps, but you don't need to if you've got the other ones in there. Then this is where the only reason I'm not making it amazingly pretty is we're going to do it in a different way. Don't need to really. Get the cream on there as thick as you can get it and as close as you can get it as we run out of cream. Watch. And the reason for that is we're going to spread it and then decorate it. Right, there's no rhyme or reason here. And then we're going to heat up the back of a spoon as we did before. So what we're going to do on here, I'm going to spread it out, flatten it out so it's nice and tidy. Try and get rid of that. I'll tell you why in a minute. Just have a little tidy up. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to spread it all over. It doesn't have to be too hot. As long as it's hot enough to... Right, here we go, finish it up. Right, here we go. That's better. So, a little melted spoon gives you a bit more movement on the mascarpone. Okay. Covers up all the excessive amounts of mascarpone through everywhere. That's more like it, that's it. Right. Spread it in everywhere. Clean it off a little bit. Oh. Right. There's a method to my madness. Wait. Okay. What's that? Right. Nice and even. Right. There's your tiramisu right there. Right. So there's that. All done. So basically, make sure you spread it all over the top. Then what you're going to do is finish it off. Okay? Doesn't look pretty now, but when you take it out, it'll look great. Raspberries on top like that. If you've got loads of raspberries, go mad. Don't have to go too crazy. There you go, look at that. Halve them if you want, make them look a bit funky down the middle. Like that. split them from the core out, and it just makes them look a little bit funky, like that. Take that little bit there off. And like I say, put it in the fridge. One more raspberry. Okay, so there you go, there's that. Move that to one side. Then, what you want to do to make it extra funky, take a bowl. There's our tiramisu. Get some of these biscuits. Mash your top. You can put some jam on it if you like. Smash up these biscuits. If you haven't got them, don't worry. I was fully expecting them to smash up a little bit easier than that, but hey. So smash up some of these biscuits if you want. Use a blender if you want. And then sprinkle on top, and then what you do is you give a good sprinkle of those biscuits on top. Alright? Whee! There you go. And there you have it, folks. My summer fruit tiramisu. And yeah, let's enjoy. I mean, obviously you can put more raspberries on it, a bit more Cookery if you want. Really up to you. All right. But there you go. That's it. Leave it in the fridge when you want to serve it, maybe in the evening. Trim it up and give it a good cut. But I will obviously show you how to finish it, alright? So I'll do a video as normal. And yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed this one. I think this is a good one, this one. So, yeah, look after yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you later when I cut this thing up and show you how it looks. So thanks a lot for watching. Take it easy. All in an hour, come on. Look out Sunday for my ingredients video. Not sure what we're going to make yet. Might be something more summery. Might be a summer salad, like a chicken and asparagus chip salad or something. But I might do a video for that. But we'll see. Anyway, look after yourselves, guys. Enjoy your tiramisu. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you make it, take pictures and show me. Take care. Look after yourself. Thanks for watching and joining in. Share, and send it out to everybody, right? Look after yourself. Bye-bye.